Suspicious packages now showing up on the Sun Coast while law enforcement are on high alert. And new developments tonight in the 2001 murder cold case, why police say the case is now closed. Plus, Football Friday night is back. We'll have a look at the top area highlights. Your Suncoast News starts now.
You're watching ABC7 News at 11.
Good evening. We begin tonight with new developments in a story we've been following for you all day. A Northport bank is back to normal now following a suspicious envelope scare. They were called to the Bank of America on Tamiami Trail after the envelope, which said bomb on it, was dropped off around 10 o'clock this morning. While our crews were on the scene, the man who dropped off that letter returned and tried to explain himself to police. He claims he wanted the bank to fax some information about explosions to federal authorities. Police say no charges have been filed at this time. Law enforcement around the country are not taking any chances when it comes to those types of suspicious packages. More than a dozen have been found this week alone. A South Florida man is now under arrest in connection to those suspected bombs. FBI agents say they used DNA and fingerprints to identify Cesar Sayoc, who could face almost 50 years in prison if found guilty.
Today's arrest doesn't mean we're all out of the woods. There may be other packages in transit now.
The Department of Justice has also identified a social media account that they believe belongs to Sayoc. They say it is full of right-wing content and aggressive attacks on liberals, including mentions of some of the targets who received those packages with the words, "See you soon." An update now on the case of a suspected murderer from Sarasota. Daniel Davenport entered a written plea of not guilty through his attorney yesterday. He's accused of murdering Sergio Hostins and then dumping his body in an empty home in Naples. He was arrested in Orlando after running from police for a week. New developments tonight in a 2001 murder of an Englewood woman. Charlotte County Sheriff's investigators say the body of 32-year-old Victoria Arena was found in a wooded area in Punta Gorda in June of 2001. Her death was ruled a homicide. Detectives say Curtis Webb from Sarasota, Arena's ex-boyfriend, was identified as a potential suspect. However, detectives say they could not convict him due to lack of evidence and the natural deaths of several key witnesses. Webb spent 15 years in a Tennessee prison after being convicted of home invasion robbery in 2002. Webb died from an illness after being released this past January. Even though he is dead, investigators say they now have probable cause to charge him with Arena's murder. They believe he would have been convicted if he and the other critical witnesses were still alive. The Sarasota County Sheriff's Office now has a new tool to help keep you connected. The agency releasing a new app. You can use it to submit a tip, access the 911 call log, get alerts sent to your phone, and even see who's in jail. You can find it in your app store by searching for Sarasota County Sheriff. And law enforcement have some helpful reminders about safety this holiday weekend for Halloween. Try to trick or treat in groups. Never allow small children to visit a door without a trusted adult. Teach children not to approach vehicles. And parents, of course, should always accompany trick-or-treaters no matter how old those children are. Well, let's check in with Bob now for more information on all of the events for the Halloween weekend that is happening across the Sun Coast. Bob?
Well, lots going on, obviously, for this big weekend. We are looking at the Van Wezel webcam showing the sunset. Pretty nice tonight. You see some clouds coming in late as the sun was going down below the horizon there. Brought a few light sprinkles, but all in all, a pretty nice night for football Friday night. Dwayne Lindell will be up here in just a few minutes talking about all the action tonight at some of the stadiums. You can see the waves are still pretty strong out there on the Bay as well as in the Gulf of Mexico, and the small craft advisory, not an advisory, but a small craft exercise caution. Slight chance for sprinkles on Saturday, not a lot of rainfall expected, but we will see some. Clearing and cooler on Sunday, and then we will look for another cold front to move in and start to move in next Friday. So we're going to see these cold fronts on a regular basis now, and that will cool the Gulf of Mexico off. The light rain that we see here, that's the actual frontal boundary. We have another trough of low pressure. Now, this trough of low pressure is going to be moving through tomorrow. That'll bring us some cloudiness at times. So we're going to see some clouds and maybe a few sprinkles or two on Saturday. Sunday looks to be the better of the 2 days, but Saturday shouldn't be bad. I wouldn't cancel any outdoor activities, but we are looking at slightly cooler temperatures on Sunday as well. Dew point temperatures are starting to drop already in the 50s over the Panhandle, 60s here. Those numbers will go down and continue to go down throughout the day tomorrow. So some real dry air moving in. Highs tomorrow will warm up into the upper 70s to low 80s, right around there. And then we'll see low temperatures to start things off on Saturday night, Sunday morning into the low 60s in places. And we will see another cool morning on Monday as well. As far as the winds go, winds will be out of the west and northwest throughout the day tomorrow, anywhere from 10 to 15 miles an hour. So that'll make it feel a little bit cooler too. We're looking for a lot of sunshine on Sunday, and those winds will turn to the north. And when it does so, that's when we're going to get a cooler reading for us on Sunday morning. So the hourly planner looks like this tomorrow. A mixture of sun and clouds. High temperatures will warm into the upper 70s. And it looks like we could see some low 80s if you're away from the water there. As far as the futurecast goes, you see this is that trough of low pressure will be moving through. It'll bring us a chance for a few sprinkles in the late morning hours as it slides on by. And we'll see, as I said, some clouds at times, some low-level clouds. That's that stratocumulus clouds coming in from the Gulf of Mexico. 78 right now. It's not too cool. The winds are out of the west at 16, so still pretty brisk. And the dew point temperature at 68. The high today was 86, 3 degrees above average. And as far as the satellite and radar picture goes, a big storm for the northeast, causing some delays there for travelers as a result of the first nor'easter. And wind chill's not a big factor right now, but temperatures are in the 30s and 40s. And high temperatures tomorrow will warm into the upper 40s to low 50s there in the Great Lakes. We'll see highs here into the upper 70s. Well, let's check the forecast out for boaters tomorrow. Winds will be out of the northwest at 15 knots. Seas will be 2 to 4 feet with a moderate chop on the bays and inland waters. The forecast then tomorrow, look for variable clouds. High 79, 78 on Sunday. Nice start though, low to mid 60s near the beaches. And then we'll gradually warm up. On Halloween, looking pretty good. We'll see partly cloudy to mostly sunny skies, and another warm day. Showers arrive on Friday. Jacqueline?
All right, Bob, thanks. Sarasota County firefighters are back on the Sun Coast after helping out with the devastation from Hurricane Michael in the Florida Panhandle. 60 people with the department have been deployed to the Panhandle over a 16-day period. They helped transport victims to hospitals and shelters. There are still 4 people at the State Emergency Operations Center, but the department does not plan on deploying any more teams to this area at this time.
Being a Floridian, I've seen a lot of hurricanes pass, but I've never seen anything to that scale or magnitude before.
4 people from the fire department are still up in the Panhandle, but as of now, the fire department does not plan to send any more. New at 11, a local restaurant will have to delay its opening because of a fire this week. The state fire marshal called to the scene of a fire on Wednesday at the Shore restaurant on Longboat Key. Sarasota County, Longboat Key, and West Manatee fire departments were all called to the site of the under construction restaurant. The new Shore is located on the site of the former Moore's Stone Crab restaurant. Upon arrival, firefighters encountered a heavy fire at the entrance. They were able to get that fire under control in about 30 minutes. The 185-seat restaurant was expected to open this month and would have been similar to the Shore location on St. Armands. Take a look at this new video into our newsroom tonight of what the Sarasota Memorial Hospital is expected to look like at its new Venice location. Here's what we know so far about that multi-million-dollar project. It will have 90 private patient suites, including 10 private birthing suites, 20 private observation suites, an emergency care center to fit 28 people, and 6 to 8 surgical suites with plans to expand in the future. That is expected to open in the fall of 2021. Also happening in Venice, the Rialto roadway in front of Venice Regional Bayfront will have temporary southbound lane closures through December. The next major closure will take place Wednesday, October 31st. That lane closure is due to the hospital getting a new roof. In First Alert traffic, a small portion of Main Street will be temporarily closed on Sunday morning while artists paint a new pedestrian crosswalk. Local artist Kareth Christine will be painting that project at the crosswalk near C'est La Vie and Cascanale at 6 a.m. on Sunday. It's expected to take 6 hours to paint and then will remain closed to allow that paint to dry. Christine will be submitting another design for another crosswalk art project to be painted at a later date. This week, the Manatee County School Board approved another $195,000 to fix corrupt software. The district has already spent nearly $27 million on that system that was supposed to cost $5 million at most. Now they're paying the same company, Cyber, to uninstall the parts of the software that overcomplicated the system. Dr. Scott Hopes says the district hired the same company because it wrote the code and will know how to clean it up.
It was basically a poorly planned, poorly executed integration of a new software system into our finances, our operations, and our budgeting and planning aspects of the district.
Well, the board also approved a $65,000 contract with a new administrator to oversee this project's completion. Dr. Hopes says he's not sure when that will be, but can promise that it will be sooner rather than later. A Manatee County bus driver is being called a hero for saving the life of one of her passengers. The act earned Janine McDonald a Heroism Award from the Manatee County Commissioners. A special needs passenger of hers on the paratransit bus did not answer her door. Instead of turning away, McDonald went into the home and discovered her passenger on the floor, gasping for air, struggling to survive. That's when she called 911. Paramedics came and took that woman to the hospital. McDonald is credited with saving her life.
They said her sugar was very, very high, over 900, about 1,017 to be exact. So, I was just proud that I was put in that situation, that God used me as a tool to save this woman's life.
Yesterday, McDonald had a chance to meet with that woman whose life she saved. She says that she is doing great. Some great news there.
Good news on that front, and good news weather-wise for football Friday night. Not much of a problem out there as far as rain goes. It looks good for the weekend as well.
All right, thanks, Bob. Thanks for joining us. Stay with us. Football Friday night with Dwayne Lindo is coming up next.
Hurricane season is here, and so is the official Suncoast Hurricane Guide from ABC7. This essential resource arms you with vital information you need to protect your family and property when severe weather threatens the Suncoast, including how to create your readiness plan and survival kit, shelter locations, what to do with pets, and important phone numbers. Visit mysuncoast.com and download the official Suncoast Hurricane Guide from ABC7. Brought to you by Batteries Plus, the Florida Lottery, and Sarasota Glass and Mirror.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Ready to open up new opportunities as an electrician? Don't do it yourself. Team up with Mr. Sparky instead. We're locally owned and looking for people like you. We offer our electricians great perks that you just won't get going it alone. And whether you're an apprentice, a master electrician, or somewhere in between, we have a spot for you.
Best decision I ever made.
Apply online or call today.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Make your holidays sparkle with style. Browse our amazing showroom, cute collectible cottages, and beautiful Christmas displays. Find the inspiration, selection, and quality you need to deck the halls merry and bright. Christmas Traditions also features the area's largest selection of quality pre-lit Christmas trees, every size, shape, and color, and plenty of decorations to make your home shine for the holidays. Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Visit us on New 301, just a quarter-mile north of University Parkway.
Hello, Mom.
Amanda's mom's appointment just got rescheduled for today. Amanda needs right at home. Our customized care plan provides as much or as little help as her mom requires, whether it's a ride to the doctor or help around the house.
Oh, of course. Tom, I am really sorry. I've got to go.
Look, call right at home. Get the right care right at home.
Support the Hurricane Michael Relief and Disaster Fund by donating to the United Way of Northwest Florida today. Help communities rise and rebuild after the devastating mess left behind. Every donation makes a difference and is appreciated. Together, we are all Panhandle Strong.
Check out mysuncoast.com/dining, your guide to the foodie lifestyle.
And welcome everyone to week 10 of Football Friday Night. I'm your host, Dwayne Lindo. It's that time already and we're getting into the tail end of the regular season. And I gotta tell you, time just goes faster than a 12-minute quarter when you're having fun covering these games, especially our game of the week. The Venice Indians, sitting pretty on top Class 7 Region 3, takes on Palmetto, also looking to get into the playoffs. Both teams with high-octane offenses, both teams well-coached and well-disciplined. We start off with a little defense in the first. John Wester with an interception in Tigers territory, taking points away from Venice. He takes it about 30 yards, sets it up in the series for the Anthony Marino 1-yard touchdown to put the Tigers on the board 7-0. Still in the first, you see Anthony Marino there with the keeper and takes it about 20 yards, bringing it to Indians territory, sending it up for another 1-yard touchdown run. Palmetto stunning the Indians 14-0. Indians not playing games though here. They go for it on 4th and 6, you saw there, which sets them up for this play in the second quarter. The handoff to guess who? Brandon Gregory. Cuts the Indians lead in half, 14-7. Still in the second, it's Wolf to Fryer for about 16 yards. Touchdown. Tie ball game, folks, 14-14. Indians with the ball again. This time it's Trapani, and he takes it, guess what? For the long ride. Gaining about 70 yards on the ground to the 9-yard line. And we see a familiar face, Brandon Gregory, who takes it home for the Indians, making it 21-14. And they'll score quite a few more times in the second half. They take this one 58-26. And in Class 8, the Rams in a tough region, competing with teams like Manatee, powerhouses like Dr. Phillips and Vero Beach. They are 10 points behind the top team in that region, which is Vero Beach. So this game is a must-win to move up. The Riverview Rams come out ready to face off against the other Riverview team in the district, the Sharks. The game starting off to look, pretty even. The Rams scoring on an early 5-yard run, but on their next possession, the Sharks cornerback Devin White gets, look at this, a key pick. Look at those hops. Just takes it about 10 yards, puts them in good territory. That will lead to the Sharks' only touchdown in the half. Weiss to Robinson, who takes it all the way home. It's their only chance to get a touchdown there. Rams fans loving it. Second quarter, kickoff return to the Rams. It's Zy Grable all the way back into Shark territory for another touchdown. The athleticism on that one is off the charts. And again, with 2 minutes left in the half, Rams quarterback Sean White finds wide receiver Zy Grable, who dips and weaves his way all the way back into the end zone. He's just pointing to get that block there. The View trying to get into the postseason yet again. They win big, 45-12. Now moving down to Class 6, the big rivalry down in Charlotte County, the war on the Peace River. The Port Charlotte Pirates host the Charlotte Tarpons. The Fish are the district champions, going into the postseason with only one loss going into this game. But this is a huge rivalry. It can go either way. We start in the first where Pirates' Janarian Washington breaks off a 35-yard touchdown run. Port Charlotte takes an early lead against the Tarpons, 7-0. Still in the first is Marc Jean-Louis with a shake and bake for about 13 yards. That kid is a workhorse. For the past 2 years, he's been doing it. Same series, Washington just carrying defenders to gain about another 20 yards. And it's the Jean-Louis handoff who lunges in from 5 yards across the goal line. The Pirates just stunning the fans at Pirates Cove. but it's the Tarpons that would come out victorious in this one. A rivalry stemming back from the mid-'80s. Tarpons take it 21-15. Now, coming up on Football Friday Night Sights, the Fan of the Week scores around the Suncoast. And we'll have a team right here that's undefeated, ranked number 3 in the state. Here's the catch. They play the number 2 team. Your highlights after the break. Stick around.
We're the Cougars, and you're watching Football Friday Night on ABC7.
Blue 32, Blue 32, hot, hot. It's the Gatto Gridiron Challenge. The game's on to sell 2,000 vehicles. 12 teams compete for the number 1 spot. Score a great deal at every Gatto dealership. Buy with 0 down. Make no payments for 90 days. Choose from 14 of your favorite brands, all on sale. Who will make it to the end zone? You decide. Rush to a Gatto location near you or visit Gatto.com.
Gatto's got it.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
There's nothing like this trail in Alabama. It just goes from the northern part of the state to the southern part of the state. We see all kind of different terrains, great value, great fun. We've been coming for 18 years. We started off with a group of 8, grew to 12, and grew to 16. And we love it because where else can you get world-class golf courses with world-class accommodations? To be able to play these type of courses in this environment, and the difficulty keeps us coming back over and over and over again.
Monday at 9 on Suncoast View.
When disaster strikes, who will be there to help the small animals? I'm Linda Carson. On Suncoast View, we learn about how Flood of Kittens is now at Cat Depot and how you can prepare to help pets in a disaster. Meet an artist who creates beauty out of beach debris, learn what your rights are in an accident, and Southern Steer Butcher is in our kitchen.
Monday at 9 on Suncoast View.
We get it, you're busy. But what about those moments when life slows down? It only takes a minute to get election ready. Check your voter registration status. Make sure your signature is up to date. Review your sample ballot. Know your election dates and voting options. So take a moment. Be election ready.
I'm Secretary of State Ken Detzner. Get ready, get set, vote.
Welcome back. When we talk about Clash of the Titans, it usually doesn't refer to teams in Class 3. But in this case, it all fits. The undefeated Cardinal Mooney Cougars are being challenged tonight by another ranked team, Clearwater Central Catholic, who are also undefeated. And it's pretty bold for the Cougars to schedule their homecoming against a team that is usually in the top 10. Homecoming court was hyped in the first, Cougars driving in Marauders territory, and they cough up the ball. But this time, the Cougars stopped them on defense. Next offensive possession for the Marauders, the pass to Travis Roberson, taking it to the 5-yard line, a good 15 yards after the catch there, which sets it up for this one. The feed to Casey Levy, no relation to Dave Levy, for 5 yards. And just like that, the Marauders are on the board, 7-0 Central Catholic. In the second quarter, the Marauders up 13-0. Cougars trying to get on the board with the Gino Giardina pass to Sam Kochko. For that one, 30 yards to the 1-yard line, which leads to this. The 1-yard pass to Kochko to finish off the series. Cougars are finally on the board, 13-7 ball game. But the problem for the Cougars was this guy. Central Catholic's Maka Jordan with a long run, which they later scored for a touchdown. And this guy, Jawan Newton. Those two guys are the reason Catholic is ranked top 10 in the state. Cougars' Isaac Green scoring later in the second, but it wasn't enough. the Cougars get their first loss of the season. So they lose that one, unfortunately. Going up to Class 7, the Lakewood Ranch Mustangs travel to Sarasota to take on those boys, the Sailors. And you can't see it. Just like that, the Sailors breaking out the reverse, and it's Keandre Collins for about 70 yards taking it to Mustangs territory. Setting it up for this, the 5-yard pass to the big tight end, Quinn York. Extra point is good. Sailors up 7-0. Still in the first, the ball, the quarterback, boom, just gets blindsided before the pitch. He fumbles it, Sailors recover. But 3 plays later, the Sailors return the favor. The quarterback fumbles the snap as Lakewood Ranch would recover this one back. And later in the first, Lakewood Ranch attempts a long field goal, but it's blocked, and Sarasota High's Terrell Pack runs it in for the score. Extra point is good. Sarasota goes up 14-0 with 5 minutes to go in the first, and they don't look back in this one, folks. They win that one, 41-3. Mustangs lose a big one there. Now let's take a look at some scores around the Suncoast. We start off with Braden River, the Pirates, who averaged more than 30 points a game this season, gets the win against Northport, 56-0. And the Lemon Bay Manta Rays lose a big one to the Bayshore Bruins, 29-28. Obviously, I jest a little bit there with a big one. They lose by 1 point. The Southeast Seminoles lose. They score apparently 2 safeties. They are beat by the Booker Tornadoes 7-4. And the Hardy Wildcats remain on a win streak. They're number 1 in their region, Region 3 in Class 5A. They win. They beat the DeSoto Bulldogs, which incidentally is the longest or the oldest winning streak in Florida history. High school football winning streak, or not the winning streak, but rivalry in Florida. So they win that one 15-6. Hardy Wildcats obviously going into the playoffs. And IMG Blue, the Ascenders, they win big, 52-7. They beat Middletown Cavaliers. And IMG White, which is their JV team, they beat Calvary Christian 41-40. And now it's time for our Friday night sights. Our first 2 photos were taken by, we've heard this guy's name last week, Kevin Angel. This is the cheerleaders doing their thing after a touchdown, the push-ups, Sarasota High, the Sailors. And this one is a nice wide shot of the Sailors field. Kevin Angel, thank you so much for supplying those picks. Great picks there. Next 2 photos were taken by our own Jess Dowdrick. This is the Sailors mascot. Sally Sailor, she's her and the guy Sailor, Sam Sailor, they're doing their thing. And our next pick, this is a future player for the Sarasota Sailors. It looks like he wants to suit up right now. Next pick, Palmetto Band at the Venice game. Palmetto, the band doing their thing. This photo was taken by our producer, Zach Lowry. And our last pick was taken by Jason Clark. He's a great photographer. This is at the Cardinal Mooney game. Uprights. You could see the sun going down there. Jason, thanks a lot for that pick. Really appreciate it. And just a reminder, folks, tag those picks on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram with @mysuncoast.com every Friday night. Those picks are a huge part of this show. Coming up after another short break, next week's matchups and our fans of the week. Stick around.
We are the Portside Pirates, and you're watching Football Friday Night on ABC7.
Did you know you could get life insurance for less than 32 cents a day? With guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance through TrueStage, you can get up to $25,000 in protection with a single phone call. TrueStage can help free your family from immediate financial stress when you're gone.
Utility bills, mortgages, car payments, those are a lot of things that can add up pretty fast.
And even if you're on a fixed income, prices fit your budget, starting at less than 32 cents a day. Plus, your price will never increase and your benefit will never decrease. And with no medical tests or health questions, you cannot be turned down for any reason. Call 1-800-842-7189. Now, for a free, no-obligation quote, TrueStage offers plans to fit your budget. Help protect your family from immediate financial burdens after you're gone with guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance through TrueStage. Call 1-800-842-7189 now.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
Find out first at 4 with ABC7 News at 4. Weekdays on ABC7. The Florida Lottery winning numbers are sponsored by Frontier Fios.
And now time for our fans of the week, our Cardinal Mooney athletic trainers. It's, I guess we don't have fan of the week. Oh, there they go. Laura McKenzie, Miss Thomas, and Abby Desjardins.